Welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide. This will be a very short and sweet but extremely helpful guide on where to find oil on the Crystal Isles map. We have this epic summer bash event going on right now, but you're going to need lots of jerky in order to get all of the really cool summer bash event items. And in order to make jerky, you're going to need a lot of oil. So we're going to show you the best and fastest ways to get thousands of oil on the Crystal Isles map. I have one location to show you that will get you so much oil it's not even funny, like thousands of oil every few minutes. But I'll also show you some really easy beginner locations to get oil that are relatively safe, and I'll show you a couple very obscure tricks where you can actually make your own oil and get all the oil you need without ever leaving your base. And if this video helps you out, please give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends so it can help them too. And make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to enable all notifications, because we've got lots of helpful Ark guides, tips, tricks, live streams, and Let's Plays coming your way, and you won't want to miss any of that. So let's get started. So we'll start this guide on how to get oil on the Crystal Isles map with the best location to get oil. It is ridiculous. This is just full of oil on this little island. Now every single one of these boulders, these big black boulders you can see here, are full of oil, and you can get tons of oil from them. Now we are down here on the side of the cherry blossom forest right here at this location, and I've showed you this before in a couple of guides that I did, but this is just an amazing place to get oil. And there's actually several ways to get oil from this location. Now, first of all of these big boulders will get you tons of oil. You can use a pickaxe for this, and you'll get quite a bit of oil from these, but if you use an ankylosaur, you'll be getting dozens of oil per swing, and these boulders are all over the place. There's also these smaller little pillars of oil, and they'll give you a couple oil from each of those, just using a pickaxe on those, but once again, an ankylosaur will get 5 to 10 times as much. There's also these little splotches of oil on the ground that you can just pick up by hand, and they're actually all over the place in the grass on the shore here, and if you walk around just picking up those splotches just dotted all over the place, you can get lots of oil. Then the other thing this island has is oil veins, and as you can see here, I've trapped myself. Way to go, right? I look super cool. But if you place these correctly, you can actually put oil pumps on top of the oil veins, and those will continually gather oil, and they'll just keep pumping that over time. So you can set some of those up, leave them going, and you'll get a crazy huge supply of oil. Now, I've crafted a bunch of these oil pumps because there's actually several places you can place them on this island. So over here's another oil node, and we'll just drop some oil pumps there, and if we keep going around the island, we'll find even more of that, which is pretty crazy. So in all, I think we have 5 or 6 different locations where we can place these oil pumps. So between the oil pumps and all of the boulders of oil, you're going to be able to get thousands of oil per minute. It is ridiculous. And I'll go ahead and place the last oil pump here, and there's actually some other places you can place oil pumps right next to this island too. So just across the river, there's a couple other nodes where you can place a couple more oil pumps on the other shore, and that'll get you quite a bit. There's also a lot of metal and obsidian right here on the other shore. Now, as we move a little closer to the cherry blossom forest, there's actually tons of beavers. You can get a lot of beaver dams and lots of silica pearls and cementing paste by looting those, and I'll show you the location of these too, but I find a lot of beaver dams over here, and there's also thousands of silica pearls too. So if you look real closely at the base of this waterfall, all the way down the river here, there are all of these clams that carry silica pearls, and there's probably 50 to 100 of these clams right here on the mouth of the river, and you don't even have to get your feet wet to get them, so you can get in ankle deep water and get thousands of silica pearls. So this base location is just full of ridiculous amounts of stuff. There's actually crystals over here too, and if you build a base on top of this totally flat plateau, it should be high enough to not block too many of the spawns. You can build some ladders coming down from the plateau and have a very safe safe and easily secured base location where you can just gather a couple thousand oil from this island, put it all in a storage bin, and then come back an hour or two later and it should have all respawned. So you can get more oil than you can possibly use on this little island. And actually some of the areas above this are going to have lots of other oil boulders, so if you just cruise down here on a raft even, you can get tons of oil that way. And before we finish talking about the best oil location in the Crystal Isles map, we'll check on those oil pumps we just placed about a minute ago. And as you can see here, we've got between 5 and 8 oil from each of those pumps, multiplied by 5 or 6 pumps on this island. So if you wait 15 to 20 minutes, you should have like 500 or 600 oil waiting for you if you set up all those oil pumps. So now we'll talk about some ways to get oil in much less quantity, but much more safely and easily. Now let's talk about a really easy and safe beginner oil location on the Crystal Isles map. Now this mountain range is a huge plateau, totally safe, and it's a really great beginner base location. I've got a whole guide on this very mountain, but another great feature is it has oil deposits right here in the ocean. So here's the location of where this little overhang comes over this water, and at the base of this rock formation we've actually got several oil nodes at the bottom of the ocean, and they look pretty deep. It's not terrible to swim down to those. You could probably do it in one breath, but it'll be a lot easier if you've got like a dolphin or something to fend off the sharks, because you will have some shark problems if you go just by yourself. Now there's lots of locations like that where you can find oil on the bottom of the ocean in the White Shoals area, but that's probably my favorite spot to get it, and it'll come back and respawn and you can gather it again. Now my absolute favorite way to get oil on the Crystal Isles, or any map for that matter, is to actually get a tamed dung beetle. Now after you tame a dung beetle, if you put dino feces into its inventory and set it on wander, every 15 minutes it will convert that into oil and fertilizer. The higher quality the feces, the more oil and fertilizer you get. Now if you load up the same type of feces, it will only convert one every 15 minutes, but if you put different types of feces, say one human, one small, one medium, and one large animal feces, into its inventory at the same time, it will convert all 4 of those into fertilizer and oil in just 15 minutes. So if you're smart with how you manage its inventory, you can get piles of oil and fertilizer really quickly with a dung beetle, especially if you have several of them. And you can get that no matter where your base is. Now I'm actually working on an entire guide on where to find dung beetles and how to tame them on the Crystal Isles map, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for all notifications, because we got a lot of really helpful guides coming out very soon to help you enjoy the Crystal Isles map. Now this last method of getting oil is very obscure. I don't necessarily recommend it because it's much slower than the others. Now you might be familiar with the Hesperornis, which is living proof that ugly ducklings do sometimes grow up into ugly ducks. But if you tame a female Hesperornis, it will lay eggs, and if you put those eggs into a cooking pot and cook them, they will turn into 10 oil each on a one-time server, which is actually a pretty decent amount of oil. If you get them mate boosted and put an oviraptor nearby, they'll lay eggs much more quickly, and you can have an automatic oil egg farm if you've got several female Hesperornis. But they are kind of annoying to tame and keep, and you will get so much more oil having one dung beetle than a whole flock of Hesperornis. So I really hope this guide was helpful to find all the best oil locations and best other methods to get oil on the Crystal Isles map. And hopefully this will help you get all the oil you need to make jerky to get all of these summer bash event items you want for the event that's going on right now. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so it can help them too. And make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell to enable all notifications, because we have lots of helpful guides, tips, tricks, live streams, and Let's Plays coming soon that will really help you enjoy the Crystal Isles map if you have it already, or make the wait a little easier if you don't. So until next time, I hope you are all having lots of fun on your Ark adventures, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. That helps us so much. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to enable all notifications, because we have lots of awesome new Ark videos and live streams coming soon, and you won't want to miss any of them. You can do so many awesome things in Ark, but it is really hard to figure out on your own. Check out the links at the end of this video to browse our huge library of fun, clean, and helpful Ark guides, tips, tricks, live streams, and Let's Plays. If you would like to earn awesome rewards while supporting this channel, click the join button or link next to the subscribe button to learn more about our new channel memberships. You can also join our awesome Discord community at the link in the description of this video or on top of the channel homepage. And if you want to see my wife and I play lots of other fun video games together, visit our other YouTube channel, The Console Co-op Couple, using the link in the video description or in the channel homepage. And now I want to give a shout out to some of the biggest supporters of this channel: Sabo0283, Cole Parmenter, Wolfgirl Be Like, Austin Nagel, Kelly Razak, Black Silver Ride, and Emmy Fisher. You guys are all awesome, and we so appreciate your support. Now, if you'd like to be a monthly supporter and get a shout out at the end of our videos, check out the join button next to the subscribe button for more information about that. And for everyone else, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.